let us recall that Jesus was involved in many activities, and everyone marveled at everything he did. He was the leader at the time. All Judea, Galilee, and Samaria were talking about him. And perhaps in a moment when the disciples were greatly rejoicing, Jesus said to them, "Let these words sink into your minds. The Son of Man is to be delivered into the hands of men." Now, in a moment of triumph, Jesus announces his passion. The disciples, however, were so taken by the festive atmosphere that they did not understand this saying, and it was concealed from them that they should not perceive it. And they did not ask for explanations. And the gospel says they were afraid to ask him about this saying. Better not to talk about it. Better not to understand the truth. In other words, they were afraid of the cross. But the truth is that even Jesus himself was afraid of it. However, he could not deceive himself. He knew, and so great was his fear that on the night of Holy Thursday, he sweat blood. He even asked God, "Father, remove this cup from me." But he did not end it there. He did not end there. He added, "Thy will be done." And this is the difference. The cross scares us. Sisters and brothers, this also happens when we commit ourselves to being witnesses of the gospel. When we commit ourselves to following Jesus, we are all content, but we do not ask any further questions. We do not speak about the cross. And yet, just as there is a rule which states that a disciple is not greater than his master, a rule we respect, so too there is also a rule which states that there is no redemption without the shedding of blood. And there is no fruitful apostolic work without the cross. Each one of us might think, what will happen to me? What will my cross be like? Well, we don't know, but there will be a cross, and we need to ask for the grace not to escape, not to flee when it comes. Of course, it scares us. Cross scares us, but this is precisely what following Jesus takes us. Let us remember the words of Jesus in the Gospel of John, the words of Jesus to Peter, "Do you love me? Feed my lambs. Do you love me? Tend. Do you love me? Feed." And these were among his last words to Peter. "They will carry you where you do not wish to go." He was announcing the cross. This is precisely why the disciples were afraid to ask him. But let us remember always who was closest to Jesus at the cross. It was Mary. Mary, his mother. Perhaps it would be good to ask Mary for the grace not to take away our fear, since this must be. Let us ask her for the grace not to run away from the cross. Mary was there, and she knows how to remain close to the cross.